exist. In the gym every day, I'm a miss. Some of daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the Nexus. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw here. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side to Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll drop to throw. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. From the 10, first and goal. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Back to throw here. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sam Laporta from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A throw over the middle, taken in. A game. And pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Give them 18 on the play. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. As they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In motion right is Addison. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. This offense in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Now here's a throw that's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He finds Pickens over the middle, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. In motion left is Higgins. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jonathan Allen, the talented lineman, planning him for the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And now out comes Minnesota. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set for first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd down and 8. Now back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. 7 yards there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Second and 5. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
In motion right is Addison. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll look to throw here on first down. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ballgame.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Completes this one to Pickens. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He gets it to Addison. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6. And he completed 7 straight passes before that one as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Shakes off the sack. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to Laporta. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say, hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went ahead and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw here. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year, always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know they're going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Cowboys, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.